as I walk and as I run to every casino in the state. Roads that have curves or are straight, hit 'em all, Nevada.
Good morning. Well, morning for me. I don't know when you're watching this. How do I know? But I'll tell you this. Stayed in the motel, the Gold Country Motel. First time, I think I told you on the last video that I've stayed in a motel. I don't even remember the last time because I'm spoiled. I've been gambling for so long and staying in nice, hotels. The motel thing. But you know what? It was fine. It was very nice. It was, as I said before, it was very pleasant being able to just walk from my car, get all my things, and then just put them right in the room, right in front of me. It was great. I'm heading, after I finish the casinos here, I'm heading to the next place, and that's Winnemucca. But before I do that, I'm going to talk about the hotel I'm pulling into right now. Now it's called the Maverick. However, before this, it was called the Red Lion because there was a big Red Lion chain through all of Northern California, Nevada, Washington, all those kinds of places. Now, what makes this building so important, I won't say important, it has a lot of memories. When I was in my band for I played in a band for 20 years, and I'm going to talk about that on the way to Winnemucca. And there was a period that we were on the road, and our agent worked for the Red Lion, and he was booking us Red Lions all up and down the California coast into Oregon, Washington. And we were, I don't remember where we were at. We're somewhere, I believe, in Washington or Oregon. And he gave us a call and said, I need you to go ahead and finish there this weekend and drive over to Elko, Nevada, to the Red Lion there. The band that was there quit unexpectedly, and they need entertainment in the showroom. So we went ahead and packed up, took the drive. It's almost like an all-nighter, and we got here to Elko and came in, saw the show, big showroom. Boy, it kind of nice. And we brought in all of our things, and they gave us our rooms. We all get our individual rooms, which is nice. And what we found out was there were two bands that play nightly there. There's what's known as their show band. See the coats? The show band, they played for 2 hours, and then the dance band played for the next 6 hours. 6 hours. Okay. Guess which band we were? Needless to say, we found out right away why that other band up and quit. 6 hours for a band is a very long time because you're singing. In our band, everybody sang. All four of us. There were 4 people in the band at the time. All 4 of us sang lead vocals and backup vocals, which is what made us apart from many other bands. A lot of bands only have one vocalist, and that is even true today. But we were something different in that you're listening to different vocalists and different songs. The problem I have with bands, and I'm going to single out the Rolling Stones for an example, is that when you have just one lead singer, after song after song after song, you know what? All the songs start to kind of sound the same. But when you are alternating singers between all 4 people, now we did have a lead girl singer. She sang more than the rest of us, obviously. But you always have this nice diversity of sounds coming. And that's why we worked. We worked for 20 years, nonstop. We're a cover band, nonstop. There's not a lot of people or I should say musicians, that can say that they worked for 20 years and were able to make a decent living, support their families for 20 years. And it's not that we were this great band, it's just that we were professional, we were on time, we dressed well, and we were good. So very proud of that. So anyway, back to here in Elko. So here's the way it went. We would get on, and quite honestly, we didn't have enough songs for 6 sets. So what we would do is we'd start rotating the songs. After the first, whatever we did in the first set, we would do in the 5th. Whatever we did in the 2nd set, we would do in the 6th. And here was what made this kind of interesting. You have to understand, by the time the show band quit, we started at 10 o'clock at night and we didn't end till 4 in the morning. So when we started at 10 o'clock, we would start playing, and there'd be a few people listening and some dancers and what have you. But by 3 and 4 o'clock, the only people left were the drunk cowboys. Now here's the thing about the drunk cowboys. Elko was not as big as it is now. There's a lot of ranches around here. And whether they were actual cowboys or not, I don't know. Do we ever know? They will just come in, grab their beers, and sit and heckle the band. We would finish one set at 10 o'clock, and at 11 o'clock we would go up and we'd play the first song, and all of a sudden you would hear this cheering going on in the back of the showroom, and you would hear, 5 more hours, 5 more hours. They would needle us because they knew this was a hard gig to play. And we hung in there. It was tough. I'm not gonna lie. It was the hardest gig we've ever played, especially with the heckling and with the fact that by the 3rd and 4th, the 5th and 6th hour, there's almost no one in there. The good thing was it was a big showroom. We didn't have to worry about any of the lights or any of the sound because it was taken care of by a light and sound guy in the back, and that was unusual for us. We really enjoyed that. So we got out of there. We got out of there after 2 weeks. The agent went ahead and moved us on to the next Red Lion. I came here when I was doing the Hit 'em All Nevada, when I was doing my blogs, and they have completely remodeled. It's not Red Lion anymore. It's now Maverick. And unfortunately, that showroom is completely gone. Last time I was here, it was boarded up. When I go in here now, I'm going to be curious to see if they have done anything with it. But yeah, some crazy memories. That was a long time ago. But fun little fact about this Maverick / Red Lion Hotel. I'm going to go inside now and see if I can take some of their money. Well, I'm inside. And you know what? Where the big showroom used to be, is now their cafe or coffee shop. Wow. Look at that. I mean, I don't know what's behind the walls. I guess the kitchen, because that showroom was really large. And so, I guess that answers that question. It's not a very big casino. But I don't think any of them are here in Elko. But it's got a little sports book and some tables over there. Tables aren't on. They're not going. And it's a doggy and a Starbucks. Okay. Not much more to show you. This is kind of all there is to it. All right, I'll play and let you know how it goes. Well, now once again, I have to be corrected. I went to the left of that coffee shop and look what I found. This is the stage. Had no idea. Now look at it now. I mean, before all of these machines, all of this wasn't here. It went all the way to the Starbucks area where all the seating was. But this is where I played. Right here. Wild. Kind of cool. Looks like the curtains have never been changed. All right. Oh, the memories, the memories. All right, we're gonna do the old dancing drums prosperity. I've had a lot of luck with dancing drums, but you know, there's always a first time. So loaded up with the $40. Here's hoping that I turn this camera back on before I lose the $40. How'd I do? How'd I do? Oh, I have 14 cents left. Do you think it'll give it to me with 14 cents? Let's give it a try, shall we? 14 cents. Oh. All right, let's move her on. So I'm here at Stockman's Casino. Now this casino I remember very well back when we were in the band days, because when we would you know, have some time off, you know, early in the afternoon before we had to go on, occasionally we would go other places to eat, and we came in here, and it was the first place that I had ever gone into that had sawdust on the floor. And, you know, all of the tables, you know, the cocktail tables all had bowls of peanuts. And everyone would have their peanuts. And then, you know, you crack them and then you just throw the shells on the floor. And this went on and on. It was kind of comical in a way, but it was what they did, you know, back in those days. And if you look here, looking around here in the parking lot where I'm parked, big surprise, all pickup trucks. So perhaps a lot hasn't really changed much. All right, let's go in and see what we see. Well, I'm sad to say, no more sawdust. You know, this is a really, really old place. But one thing that's kind of cool is they have these guys all over the place. They're in almost every corner, which is kind of nice. Got a cafe over there. Don't know how long we're gonna get away with this, but there's a few people here, but pretty much it's relatively empty. I don't hear any music that's loud enough to bother me, so it's just a question of, oh, this is it. It seems like it was larger when I was here before, but then again, you know, I was still kind of new to the casino world back when I was, you know, playing in the band. So let's go ahead and find a machine and just imagine the old days. Here we go. I know what you're going to say, but you know, if anything else, it's the most inexpensive bet that I make at $20. But you know, I just got to keep trying. All right. There we go. There's our $20 bet. Here we go.
The winning number is 32, red even.
Loser!
All right, right across the street is the Liberal Slots Casino. I don't know if you can read that sign. Let me come up a little bit for you here. Elko's oldest business, established in 1869, world-famous haunted hotel as seen on Ghost Adventures, hauntedcommercial.com. All right, let's see if I can ghost up some kind of a win. Could really use that. And you know what I'm not going to play? Roulette. Well, I did a 360 once I got up to the door. I found out that they don't even open up until 4 p.m. and I'm not going to be here at 4 p.m. because I'm heading to Winnemucca after I have one more casino to go to. Oh, that's too bad. I kind of would have liked to have seen what it was like in there. All right, back we go. By the way, let me show you this rental that I have. I think I have. I don't remember what I've done, what I haven't done. But I'm not even sure what day this is. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm not sure. But I have this Ford Edge right here. Got to say, I have a Ford Edge myself. So, you know, when they gave me my choice, you know, but this is so much different than mine, and I'll explain why a little later. All right, mine is, I have a 2013 Ford Edge. All right, a little more on that later. Well, we're now at the Gold Dust West. I remember this place very well when I was on my Hit 'em All Nevada blogging days, because it was the newest kid on the block. I mean, it was shiny and it had new machines. It wasn't like, you know, Stockman's or, you know, even the Red Lion. You know, it was really nice and shiny. So let's see if they've kept it up or if they've let it go. Let's go inside. All right, inside the Dust West, what's it called? Anyway, check it out. Very nice, very nice, very clean. Working on some stuff. They've got some table games that are actually open over there in the back corner. They've got the grill and a lot of people with badges that are walking around. So, you know, I'm probably going to get busted, or I may just not try too much. Let's see where we can play. I think I better go with something a little safe for once, if I can find something, if there is such a thing. I don't see any video poker, but I'll look around. No, but thank you. Oh, take a look here. They got terrible pay schedules here, but the best they have is double bonus, which I haven't played yet on this channel. It's 9.6, not too bad. 10.7 is full pay, but you don't see 10.7s anywhere anymore anyway. So the one thing you got to be careful of is that the straights are worth more. They're worth 5, but you only get paid 1-to-1 on 2 pairs. So let's go ahead and give it a try as usual. I'll play the first hand. Gotta hold the phone steady. All right, so we have a pair of 9s. And away we go. That's a big nothing. All right, I'll be back on the last 2 hands. Okay, I have one more hand to play. I've done 19 and 12.50. It hasn't been pretty. A few little ones here and there, but here we go. Hand number 20. There's an ace and there's a jack. If this were double-double, I would just hold the ace, but nope. Here we go. Oh, got some queens. All right, so we end with 12.50, a small loss. But at least I'm taking something out of the machine. That is a victory, the way things have been going for me. All right, to the next one. All right, we're just a couple miles outside of Winnemucca, and I see a sign that says Roadhouse Casino. Looks a little bigger than the usual little stop gas station places. So let's take a look inside and maybe take a potty break at the same time. So, boys and girls, you oldies, when's the last time you've seen one of these games? The old Wheel of Fortune penny game. Boy, these go way back 20 years. I'm gonna play it. Got my $40. Let's gonna do 60 cents, or no, $1 a spin. Here we go. I'm going to play a little with this just so you can remember these sounds. The red wheel is wild, and 3 of those spins will give me the big wheel. Nice, a nice little hit. All right, let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and keep playing. And hopefully, come back with a bonus. Oh, look what we got here. We got us a bonus. Anything with 3 digits. 5. Oh. Unfortunately, it's only 50 cents, which means we have to stop. Well, actually, it's $2.50 because I'm betting $1. Okay. Now, I'd like to play on, but I'm not going to. So, in for 40, out for 33.90. Or we'll call it 34. All right, so right about now, I'm thinking to myself, what in the world was I thinking? Winnemucca is a really, really small place. My thought process was simple. I did not want to drive all the way to Reno, because I have the Reno to Las Vegas, which is a 6-hour drive, and I did not want to put a 4-hour drive before that. So I decided to just do a 2-hour drive, stay here one night, and then go ahead and face that 6-hour. Now, you might ask, why didn't I just pick a spot between Reno and Las Vegas? That is because there is no spot between Reno and Las Vegas. I mean, except for some separate little tiny motels here and there. I did not want to do that. At least Winnemucca has a few casinos. Well, I shouldn't say a few, has a couple casinos. And so that was my thinking, and now I'm really questioning my thinking. Check out this movie theater. This movie theater is from my day. A little 2-screen flick, and old building. Pretty cool. All right, I'll be back. I'm gonna go inside this Winnemucca restaurant and casino and see if it's worth making a bet. We'll see. All right, we're gonna do a lightning link, the old Bandino. 2 cents denom. Got your $40 in there. Here we go. All right, 20 cents back on a dollar bet. All right, let's keep going here. Oh my goodness. Last spin. Here we go. On Wild Chuca, the Bandito. Did not look good. Not even a tease. Okay. Oh boy, it's gonna be a rough day, I can tell. All right, Winnemucca Winners Casino. Check out the parking lot. There's me, this guy, 2 other guys. Wow, might be interesting. Let's go inside and have a look around, shall we? Well, it's okay. It's a nice little place here. There's got some table games. There's a few people. Got people at the bar looking at me like I'm gonna get in trouble, but I'll live with it. Hey, we have a maxed out major. I may have to play that. Or I'll check something else out. There's roulette. No, I'm not gonna do that. We've got ourselves a maxed out major. So cross your fingers. Here we go. Oh, and away we go. That mini is worth $20. Once again, 2 cent odds here, 2 cent denomination. Come on, drop that green bally in there. Come on, green boy. Oh, that's a nice $10 hit. Finally one for the plus column. All right, $60. All right, this is an old casino, very obviously. So it should be kind of interesting once we get inside there and see what we're looking at. Here we go. Let's take a look at this. We've got a few machines. It's got a bar. It's got another room with some more machines, but very old machines. But this is really all there is to it right here. Let's see if we can find a game. All right, I'm gonna try her again. One of these days, one of these days. I have done well on this. Look at here, somebody left me a dime. Maybe it's a good luck dime. Let's find out. All right. Once again, it's really let me down. Really let me down. Down to the last one. And that's it. Oh well. All right, so you might be asking, John, what the heck are you doing at the Humboldt County Library? What is the story there? Well, simple story. I'm here in Winnemucca. I'm an hour and a half early before I can check in. I've already hit all the casinos. In short, I got nowhere else to go. So I thought, why not go inside the library, take my little laptop with me, and get some homework done, you know, a little editing and what have you. All right, that explains it. All right, so they have these privacy booths now. So you can actually listen or whatever. How nice. You can tell how long it's been since I've been in the library. All right, come on in here. Got my stuff set up. Seat doesn't look too comfortable, so I won't be here too long. Let's get some work done.
Winnemucca and V, we stay until the morn. Under desert skies where the stars are born. Hit the gas, leave the city far behind. Now we cruising through the night, peace of mind, yeah we find. Cruising down 95, what a vibe, what a scene. Winnemucca's calling, yeah it's where I gotta be. Small town lights, but the spirit's big. Rolling through the desert, every step we take's a gig. Rest stop, gas station, vibe so chill. It's a moment in time and it's all real. Got the perfect word to rhyme with Winnemucca, but for now I'll have to settle with Yumma Hubba Hubba. Ain't no rush, we taking it slow. Kick back, throw back, let the good times flow. Out here it's easy to clear your mind. Simple pleasure, slow pace, unwind. Winnemucca and V, we stay until the morn. Under desert skies where the stars are born. Hit the gas, leave the city far behind. Now we cruising through the night, peace of mind, yeah we find. Nevada's wild, but Winnemucca's so chill. Bars and casinos where you test your skill. Pull up at the Nugget, the game's on tonight. Hot slots are chillin', it's a Vegas delight. But without the crowds, just a quiet thrill. In the heart of the desert, you get that real feel. We talking to the locals, the stories unfold. History in the air and the nights turning cold. My kids saying rap is tough and a grinder, but Tracy, let me tell you, nothing could be finer. Looking out the window, it's a desert panorama. Thinking about the journey, I'm feeling like a planner. A little off the beaten path, but it feels so right. Winnemucca and V, yeah we live in the night. Winnemucca and V, we stay until the morn. Under desert skies where the stars are born. Hit the gas, leave the city far behind. Now we cruising through the night, peace of mind, yeah we find. Writing all these poems with a drum machine to tap. Just throw a bunch of rhyming words, you got yourself a rap. I might just be an old man just trying to be hip, but we know it ain't true on this Winnemucca trip.